Yes, people, look, it's a beautiful Saturday. It's a beautiful Saturday. Sun is out. The sun is out. It's 24 degrees, sunshine, not one cloud in the sky. So I ain't gonna go crazy or anything like that in this video. This is more just to talk about what we have seen in this pre-season from Manchester United in them games. We played Bournemouth, played Everton, and we played Fiorentina. Now, I didn't catch the Bournemouth game, so I'm not going to talk about that. I catched the Everton game because I was actually in Atlanta. I watched that live in the flesh, and I just watched this game, including the penalty shootouts against Fiorentina. So when you look at, I mean, you can see the thumbnail already. When you look at what I'm seeing from Manchester United at the moment, personally, guys, I want you guys to fill me with some copium. Fill me with some copium, because for me personally, I don't think much has changed. I'm going to be real. I don't think much has changed. Now, some personnel have come in, Cunha and Buemu, but I don't think much has changed. Now, when I look at Manchester United physically, I think there's been some difference there. I do think we look fitter than we walked into the season last year. Last year, we walked into the way we walked into the season was a disgrace. I don't know what we did in preseason. I don't know what we did training-wise. It was horror. Is it because I don't even know what the excuse could be. That's just down to Ten Hag and his team. So credit to Amorim and his team, because we look a little bit fitter. We look a little bit sharper, you know. But in general, in total, when you look at the way the Manchester United team play, when you look at the way we still build up, when you look at the lack of compactness, when you look at the lack of killer edge, very risk averse, we're still the same football team from last season with just a different couple players. Bring in Benjamin Sesko, maybe some of them Cunha deliveries that he was swinging in, maybe Sesko gets his head on those or whatever. However, I think we still do not build up play well. We don't dominate games. We still allowed Fiorentina to have spells in the game where they were the ones on the ball. And for me, that's a concern, because Fiorentina are not Arsenal, who will be playing in next week. Fiorentina are not these Premier League teams. And yes, Manchester United dominated in possession, especially later in the second half as the game started to go along. Manchester United started to just be the team that you can see are more fit and more on it. We're at home. We want it more. But in total, I don't think there was many outstanding performances. I think Mason Mount was really good. He's looking sharp, and he's actually putting himself in the hat to potentially start against Arsenal, because for me, honestly, this number 10 role that we have in this team, where people are saying number 10, right 10, left 10, Mount feels like the only player that fully understands that role. And I don't know how much people rate Mount. I know a lot of people don't rate him or whatever, but he actually is one of the people that actually understand that role, that role is required to be good on the half turn. That role is required to do things in one touch, two touch. That role also requires you to underlap and overlap, get to the byline. Mason Mount is the only one that I see in that role being able to do that properly. Bruno on the half turn isn't the greatest. You know, he's not the greatest. Is he more creative than Mount? Yes, but on the half turn, he's not great. Cunha and Buemu was playing on the right wing. He wasn't playing right 10. He was on the right hand side. He was on the touchline sometimes. So this whole right 10, left 10 is not even optimal. And when I look at what we're doing right now, and this is my concern with Ruben Amorim and the team, is that no matter who we bring in, even if I feel like we bring in a Baleba, who I'm excited, hopefully we do get him in. I'm absolutely buzzing. You guys saw my video. I want a Baleba in. But are we going to get the best out of him? Can we honestly say that even if Baleba came in, that we're going to be optimal, that everyone's going to be maximized? I don't have the confidence in saying that, people. I don't have the confidence. And Buemu had 0 shots today. And I saw something from, I can't be bothered to get it up on the video, but there was a tweet from somebody that says, ex-football fan. And Buemu, 2.2 shots per 90 at Brentford, 0 shots today. Cunha, nearly 4 shots per game at Wolves, 2 shots again today. The system constantly suppresses shot volume for every forward, forcing them deeper into build-up and away from their natural scoring zones. And I'm not going to lie, people, I fully agree with that. I do agree with that. I don't see us... There was a point I was like, shoot! And that was then Harry Maguire ended up taking a shot. Cunha ended up taking a long shot. We're so risk averse. We're so away from being dangerous, potent, score 3, score 4. We're so away from that. And it's frustrating to watch, people. It's frustrating to watch. And that's why my main concerns is with the manager. Yes, the personnel, we're going to need better personnel with or without this manager. But do I think we are going to, the way we currently play football, are we going to maximize and get the optimal performance out of our players, out of these signings? I'm not confident in saying we will. I'm just not confident in saying we will. We bring in Benjamin Sesko. Again, hopefully he brings that aerial threat. You know, some of them crosses can come in, we can link up the play a little bit. And he's a shooter as well. But all three of those guys are shooters. And Mbeumo, Cunha, and Sesko. And Mbeumo had 0 shots today. He didn't even get in a position where it was like threatening, like a real threat. And I think the lack of that is concerning. Cunha had a chance where Mason Mount and Bruno played brilliant down the left-hand side and in cut across almost scored. But we need more of those opportunities. We don't create enough of them. And that's why it feels like our players' cross accuracy, like when everyone gets frustrated with Dorgu, oh, it's crossing. Dorgu should be crossing the ball like 3, 4, 5 times per game, especially in a wing-back system. He should be getting 5 crosses per game. But what happens is he might get 1 or 2 crosses, and we're expecting 100% crossing accuracy. Make sure it hits the man. No room for error. And it's the same thing for the forwards. We're getting 1, 2 shots per game. You're going to have to be finishing at a 80% clip. And that's just unrealistic. You look at all the highest top scorers in world football, in Premier League. They end up having the most shots in the season. 9 times out of 10, Haaland will have the most shots. Salah will have the most shots. Harry Kane will have the most shots. These guys will have the most shots. Now, if you're not up in that list, if you're not even in the top 10, but you're one of the top 5 goal scorers, then fair play. You're either overperforming your XG or whatever, or you are just a clinical finisher. Maybe like a Son or something. I don't really know how many shots Son takes per game in his prime, but, you know, he'll be up there around the top scorers list. But we know his finishing was just off the charts. But I just feel we're so risk averse. Where's that risk? I don't want to use the line we're Manchester United, but where is that level? Like, you just think that, oh, if we turn the ball over, it could be a goal for Man United. I don't even think we're a counter threat anymore. This football for me is not it. I'm just going to be honest. It's not it. Like, I saw the preseason against Everton. We were getting bossed over in that game for spells. We were getting bossed by Fiorentina. These are average teams. We're still hesitant when we're playing out from the back, doing a lot of short passes into the midfield. Not confident. Euro might hit it short. Heaven might hit it short. Whoever. Maguire might hit it short. Still look like when we're playing football, it's not natural. It still looks like when Heaven or Euro or whoever is on the ball, it's like, okay, what do I do next? Or they're overthinking it. Oh, I have to do this and I have to play this. It doesn't feel natural like when you watch an Arsenal, when you watch a Liverpool, when you watch a City, when you watch a Chelsea. It just feels natural with what they're doing. It feels very, very overthought with us at the moment. So that's why, yeah, look, Sesko come in and Mbeumo Cunha. Yeah, I've seen some combinations which was promising. You know, I'm seeing sharper things, which is promising. I ain't got a doubt that I think Mbeumo, I think Cunha, I think Sesko, I have hope that they're going to perform, right? And I'm confident that they will. But I just don't know if it's enough. I just think with this team, it's like we have to have everything at 99, bro. Our 2 CMs have to be flipping 99 pace, 99 recovery, 99 strength. Like, our wing back, it doesn't feel like much for me is going on that coaching side of things. Now, you can see because the way we're set up, that's his system. That's the way he's seeing the game. And it's not anything got to do with 3-4-3. Because for me, people, sorry, I'm just looking at the highlights at the same time. For me, 3-4-3 I've seen it with Too Short. I've seen it with Conte. I've seen 3-4-3. It's not anything to do with the 3-4-3. Like when people say, "Oh, change," it's the way you use it. There's you can have a formation, but there's also a system. There's the way you apply it, and I just don't like the way that we apply ours, bro. I just don't like the way we apply it. Ahmad was terrible to it, mate. Ahmad, please, my brother, dye your hair back. Put your hair back to black. Oh, this little... what is that, bro? That Barnet is crazy. That Barnet is crazy. Listen, I saw when Saka dyed his hair blonde. We've seen blonde Rashford. Please. When them man have their black hair, demon time. Ahmad, I know you signed that new contract and life's lit. You know what I mean? The Snapchats with Heaven and Euro and these man. But hey, the season's here now. That performance was poor. The season's here. I need back to black. Back to black. Is that Amy Winehouse's album? Back to black. Ahmad, please. Please. Yeah, I mean, we need more from him as well. We're going to need more from everybody. But again, I don't want it to just be a thing where we're just now because a lot of people feel like our signings have been good. Hopefully we do get a centre midfielder in. I don't want it to just be, oh, now we're going to start digging out the personnel. Remember, guys, 2 months or a month ago, I said, it's a chance that within 3 months, we're calling Mbumu and Cunha flops. Because they're not going to be maximised. Now, I hope I'm wrong. But we're going to play Arsenal, who haven't had a good pre-season, but it's still Arsenal. And we know what Arsenal are going to do. Outpossess us. Dominate the ball. How are we going to react to that? Because the counter-attacking, for us, we've always been a team that let Arsenal have the ball. But the counter-attack is always deadly. I don't see that counter in us anymore. I don't see it. So I'm thinking of ways how we're going to beat Arsenal. I'm not sure, man. Are we just going to now revert to Luke Shaw plays? Dallow's going to play, so we're a bit more defensive. Ugarte might play. Bruno's going to be in the tent. All of a sudden, we're reverting back to type of last season. So, guys, man, listen. Fill me with some copium. Fill me with some copium. Tell me how we're going to beat Arsenal. Tell me how we're going to beat Arsenal, because if we start the season with a loss... Listen, it's gonna be dark. Good save by De Gea as well. It was nice to see him get that ovation, to be fair. You know what I mean? I think the last few years of De Gea was pretty poor, but he's a Premier League winner of Man United, and he's a long-term servant. So shout out to him. I don't know why they took him off for the penalties. I don't know what they're trying to say there, but they wanted him to get his applause. But overall, man, I don't know. I've been kind of disappointed with the preseason. I don't know how you guys have felt. And I don't want it to be another summer where we won the transfer window. Oh, my God, Woody madness. Oh, Woody season, Murto madness. And now it's like, Ineos madness. Yo, are you mad? But then on the pitch, it's like, oh, back to life, back to reality. That's what it is. Every time I'm thinking, it's like theoretically, I'm like imagining, oh, yeah, okay. And then Dorgu will be running down here, and then boom, boom, boom. And then we have... And then when the game kicks off, you're just like, oh, back to square one. So I don't know, man, guys, man. Let me know, man. Let me know. Some people are going to say it's just preseason, but listen, we finished 15th last season. We need our preseason to be promising. We need the performances to be promising. Right now, I see sharper guys. I see fitter players. I do. I see Kobe looks fitter. Mount looks fit. Everybody looks fit. Yoro looks good. Heaven looks good. Everybody looks fit. But we need some on-ball quality. We need some patterns of play. We need some risk. We need some risk to our game. I don't see it at the moment. But guys, like, share, subscribe, turn notifications on. The season starts next week, man. Arsenal, Manchester United, I can't wait to get going. There's so much to do. I think my first watch-along of the season is actually going to be Barcelona on Saturday. So Barcelona game on Saturday will probably be my first watch-along. Let's see how it goes. Loa has a hamstring injury, so that means we could see Rashford, Yamal, and Rafinha starting the game, which is going to be crazy. So, guys, yeah, man, I think my first watch-along will be that. But, of course, I'm going to be doing videos daily. So, you know, I'll keep you guys posted with that. But, guys, it's your boy, CultureCams. So, like, share, subscribe, turn notifications on. Appreciate all the support. Road to 50K. Don't forget to hit the likes, people. Can we get 1,000 likes on this video? Let's see. I'm out. Peace.